organic learning.
That's right, you guys! We got some emergency vehicles to cover today. We got a whole bunch, and these are really important, so let's jump right in and let's do it. Okay, you guys, first one of the day, and I absolutely love it. This, you guys, is a police motorcycle. Yeah, check that out. Woo, woo. There's gonna be a lot of that today, gang. Now, these can be really, really great because if it's crowded or there's a lot of traffic or something like that, the police motorcycles, because they're narrow, can actually squeeze between the cars and the trucks and get to the scene first. So they can make sure that everybody's okay and that, they can keep traffic moving and that sort of thing. Now this one is made by Honda, and as you can see right there, it says Honda Police. And let me tell you, it is outfitted with some really cool features. You got all these cool lights and sirens all the way around. You got a super bright, wide headlight on the front there. Very, very bright and visible brake light so everyone can see this motorcycle coming through. You got a couple of saddlebags here on the back for supplies and everything that the police officer would need. And of course, you've got a really powerful engine. No, hold on. I guess they'll only pop a wheelie if they absolutely have to. I love this one, and this, you guys, is a police motorcycle. Okay, you guys, next up, I'm pretty sure everybody knows what this is. This, you got it, is a police car. Yeah, really cool. This is a black and white, and actually that's what they sometimes call police cars, black and whites. Got your basic lights here on the top, and what's really cool though is you got this giant push bumper on the front. Now, these push bumpers are very useful if the police car is ever in a chase after a bad guy. Let's say the silver car is the bad guy and they're driving all over town. What he'll do is he'll actually come into the side here and spin him out. Then the silver car will stall, and that way the officers can get out and be like, hey, put your hands up. That's really, really important. That's called the pit maneuver. Now, this particular police car is a Dodge Charger, and you know that is just built for power. Now, one other feature which is really interesting is there's kind of like a little metal fence which separates the front seats from the back seats. That way, if there's any bad guys in the back, they can't touch or mess with the officers in the front. This is really cool, you guys, and this, of course, is a police car. Alright, now I bet you guys have also seen this one before. This, of course, you got it everybody, is an ambulance. Woo, woo. Alright, now ambulances are really important. Now when people are hurt or injured, an ambulance will be there to help. Now, sometimes paramedics can actually treat people right there on the scene, but sometimes if someone is really, really injured, they need to put them on a stretcher and then load them in the back of the ambulance. As you can see right there, there's kind of like a long bed for the patient to actually lay down on. Then the paramedics can help treat them, and then somebody up front drives this thing really, really fast. Runs all the red lights because we gotta make sure you get that person to the hospital right away so that they are okay. Yep, if you ever see these ambulances coming through, you better pull over. This, you guys, is an ambulance. Alright, gang, I've got 2 words to describe this next one. Super awesome! This, you guys, is a SWAT truck. Yeah, check this out, SWAT truck. You are pretty cool. Now, if there's ever a really, really bad, really dangerous situation, people will call in the SWAT truck. Now, inside the SWAT truck are highly trained officers to deal with, like I said, a really, really dangerous situation. Now, this vehicle that they'll arrive in is really, really cool, and it is outfitted with a lot of awesome features. Now, you've got these really, really big tires, which are run flats, so these things can go over glass and nails, metal and debris, and never get flat. They are super tough. You've got a push bumper on the front, just like the police cruiser, but this one is so strong, I mean, you could push over a big old SUV, even a truck or something like that. Bulletproof glass all the way around. Got this armor plating in the back and the sides, even the front. big row of lights to let them know you're coming through, and there's a hatch big enough for one of the officers to pop up, look around, and see what's going on. Whoa! This SWAT truck is something, you guys. Check it out. This is a SWAT truck. All right, you guys. Yeah! I think we all know what this bad boy is. This is a fire engine. Wee-oo, wee-oo. Make way, make way. Fire engine number 81 is coming through. Now, what's really interesting about this one is this fire engine actually carries about 1,000 gallons of water right on board. So if there's a fire in a remote location, don't have to worry about finding a fire hydrant or anything like that. It's all ready to go. Now, this shiny part in the middle is called the pump panel. You can see these knobs and levers and switches. This is where the whole fire truck is actually controlled. Now, they'll go ahead and hook up the hoses here on the sides and go ahead and put that fire O-U-T out. Very cool stuff. This is a fire engine. All right, you guys, check out this one. Now, this one is pretty awesome. This is a ladder truck. Yeah! Now, do you know why it's called a ladder truck? Because there's a ladder right on the top. Now, check this out. This ladder is so interesting because it can just keep expanding really, really far. This is great if there's a fire in a tall building and you need to get up there and actually save some people and, of course, reach a fire which may be really, really high. This is called a turntable ladder, and as you can see, whoa, as I swing it way over, I mean, this thing gives the firefighters a lot of access. Now, unlike the fire engine, this ladder truck doesn't have its own water supply, so it does need to hook up to a hydrant or some source of water supply to help put those fires out. But really, really useful and really fun to see in action, you guys. This is a ladder truck. Okay, gang, check out this next one. Wow, this is so cool. This is a fire chief SUV. Wow, I mean, this one is crazy. I really, really like the styling of this one. Now, when there's a bigger fire or event, the fire chief will show up in his own or her own SUV. Now, the fire chief will actually kind of do the coordinating of all the efforts to make sure the fire or whatever is happening goes as smoothly and efficiently as possible. And as you can see, they've got a really cool yellow, bright coloring to it, so you know the fire chief is rolling in. Now on the side here, we're gonna get real close. You got the cool symbol on the side, fire chief. You got the American flag. I mean, all kinds of, extra lights and sirens on the side, reflective material here, and I love these cool black mag wheels. And remember, if there's ever an emergency, what do we dial? 911. You got it. This, you guys, is a fire chief SUV. All right, everybody, this next one is a very interesting one, and I'm not sure if everyone has seen one of these, so let me talk about it right now. This is a Hazmat Truck. Yeah, you see that? Hazmat team. Now, Hazmat is an abbreviation for hazardous materials. So, like the SWAT team is kind of a special group of the police force, the Hazmat team is a special group of the fire department. So let me give you an example so you can understand how this works. Let's say there's a big oil tanker driving down the freeway and he spills oil everywhere. That is not good. They will call in the Hazmat team, and the Hazmat team has all the right tools and equipment to properly and effectively clean up all that oil, because that oil, of course, is toxic and dangerous and slippery, and you can't have people driving over it. So they'll come in, and as you can see here, there's doors and shelves all over this thing, specialized equipment to clean up certain spills like that. They'll come in, they'll clean it up, and they'll open up that freeway right away so traffic can start going right through again. This is very cool, you guys, and this, of course, is a Hazmat Truck. Wow! Look at this next one! Hello! This is huge, you guys! This is a mobile command vehicle. My goodness, this one is enormous. Now, kind of like the fire chief, when something really, really big is happening, the mobile command vehicle is called onto the scene. Now, this is absolutely loaded with features, and it has the ability to issue warnings and statements to local news channels to make sure that everyone knows what's going on and make sure that no one is going to be in danger. Now, it can do that via these really high-powered antennas and satellites here on the back. And as you can see, the sides actually expand to create more room inside the mobile command vehicle. Of course, this thing is huge. It's about 40 feet long. It's got a giant, shiny bumper on front. Tons of lights and sirens. I mean, it takes a couple people to drive one of these. Here's the doorway where people can enter. Again, you've got a side compartment here which expands, and you've even got a porthole on the top so someone can look outside and see exactly what's going on. These are quite a sight, you guys, and this is a mobile command vehicle. Woo! Okay, team, last one of the day, and check this out. It is the only one of the day that actually flies. So cool. This is a rescue helicopter. Wow, I think this one is just so cool, you guys. Now, let's say someone is hiking, or maybe they're out on their boat on the ocean, and they become stranded. This rescue helicopter will save the day. It flies in, opens up this side door, and actually releases a rope where the person can hook up to the rope, and then it brings them all the way back in here. They get in the cabin of the helicopter, close the door, and this helicopter will fly them to safety. Now, if they happen to be injured, it will take them straight to the hospital and actually just land right there on the roof. It's got a really cool rotor right there on top, and of course, with any helicopter, that's what gives it all its lift. These things are very cutting edge, and of course, they're used by the military and the Coast Guard all over the world. This, you guys, is a rescue helicopter. Yeah, all right, everybody. I had a really good time going over these emergency vehicles with you. We had some awesome ones today. These are so important, you guys. I hope you had fun. I know I did. Double thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. If you liked our video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and leave a fun comment below. Thanks, everybody.